We've got horrendous weather heading for our marina at the moment.
We want to move spots so that we're not getting squashed against the pontoon here.
Are we good now for a hurricane?
Not for a hurricane. My God! I'm Elaynas and this is Riley. And this is our home, La Vagabond. We've been sailing around the world for the last 6 years now, and recently, it's like we're seeing everything for the first time, through a new set of eyes. This is our little boy, Lenny. Click the subscribe button to join our voyage every Monday. Welcome to the little marina of Quinta do Lorde, hidden away inside a collapsed bit of rock. We have some very interesting weather coming our way over the next 24 hours. So join us for the preparations and the aftermath.
We haven't had gas in ages now. I'm having a terrible time trying to fit this hose onto this gas fitting. I'm sure that they're not the right size. But I've come up with a bit of a contraption here where I've just tied lots of knots onto the hose and I'm running it around a winch. But it can't be done single-handed and Elaynas not here. So what I think people are looking at me. They just laughed at me again. I've come up with a bit of a plan. I reckon we've had a bloody win there, guys. I think that the most important thing is that is very, very unlikely to come off, and definitely not gonna leak gas. These Germans keep putting me off. They keep won't. I feel like this whole thing is just going to explode. Well, I'm not dead. Let's see if this goes on. Oh. Ah. Done. We've got horrendous weather heading for our marina at the moment. So we've got a whole bunch of different stuff to organise, but one of the main things that I wanted to do was to try and film it all for you guys so that you can see what we go through on land and why we can't often film it offshore because it's just too difficult. We're just trying to stay alive.
Yeah, this marina is super protected except for in these weather conditions that we're going to get. So the storm's going to come through the entrance. The boat's going to be rocking around. We want to move spots so that we're not getting squashed against the pontoon here. But we can't do any of that until we fix the engine. Riley has to fix the engine.
Portside engine. Just been giving me a couple of... It's not major, but we first started having problems in Fusetta, where Ricardo and I... That's us being tied off against the dock. We first had problems with the portside engine in Fusetta, where Ricardo helped me pull a few things apart, and we just replaced all the normal stuff. At some point down the track, we started having problems again. I had a look at it, Andre had a look at it, I had a look at it again, and each time we had to disassemble the port side bed, pull all of Andre's stuff off and get inside into the front part there. Then I bumped into Chris in Horta, who is really knowledgeable and just a legend. So I got him to look at this one and the other one, and I was just like, hey man, like, what do you think is up? He's just good. You know, one of those guys that's just good. I was just like, just have a look at everything, man. It was at about that time that I replaced the impeller again. So when we were leaving Funchal, there was no water going through the system at all. So we were only going to use it very sparingly coming into Quinta do Lorde, which is here. I called up the big dogs, the Volvo dealers, the guys, the experts, geniuses in their field. So the guy came and he was trying to undo the sea strainer lid, and I handed him a shifting spanner knowing that he was an expert and that he would apply just the right amount of force and not more to undo the lid, because it's a fragile plastic lid. And of course it immediately snapped and we were left without an engine until such time as a new part arrived. The engine issue, I would say, has been momentarily rectified, but I was a little grumpy and didn't actually film the conclusion. Honestly, we don't use it that much anyway, but we do need to have a Volvo guy spend probably a couple of days on it, and then I'm sure it'll be completely sorted from there. Come on. Come on. What? We've got to move the boat.
Wow.
Am I happy? Am I doing what I love? Am I steady? Am I loyal to my arts? Am I ready for the fruits of my cause? Are my thoughts and my actions flowing from my heart? Am I solid? Am I
I see you've been eating your carrots. Lenny, have you been eating your carrots?
For the happiness and clarity, am I really worthy? Am I humble and deserving?
Bloody hell, the deck's a mess. We've got a truck over here.
Left or right, and I want more cold.
Reverse in.
Am I right or wrong? Whoa, oh, oh, the only way that I could ever know, oh, oh, if I could find peace in my soul.
Okay, engines are off. What's happening?
These guys have got a diver in the water here, and there are mooring just blocks of concrete over there, and we're tying onto those lines to hold us out from the dock. So when the waves and weather come and we're doing this, we're not smashing up against the dock. So just holding us off to give the fenders a bit of a break. The marina is a hive of activity. Oh, that GoPro is gonna... That bit there, you got to put your tongue on it and depress the nipple. Always remember to depress the nipple. I haven't seen nipples that depressed since...
The only way that I could ever know, oh, oh, if I could find peace in my soul, yeah. If I could find peace in my soul, yeah. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. The only way that I could ever know, oh, oh, if I could find peace in my soul, yeah. If I could...
Are we good now for a hurricane?
Not for a hurricane. We need
What are we good for?
absolutely nothing. Can you squash that down?
You gotta wake up, I see the problem.
It's got to go through there.
See one?
I'll just go here.
You gotta wake up, and find peace.
Power.
Can I get a high five, mate?
Now with Blavaga securely tied off and as safe as we could make her, bar a few deflated fenders here and there, we could afford to have a bit of a breather and chill out until the storm arrived. Just put a soup on for lunch in the slow cooker, in the pressure cooker. Gonna have sweet potato and pumpkin soup. So the bad weather hasn't even hit yet and I'm just in this mood. Getting ready.
One morning, I found
noticed that the outboard is working now too. There ended up being water in the fuel, which required a clean out of the carburetor and filtering the remaining fuel left in the tank.
Here she was, another gnarly low. These things were becoming more and more frequent as the year went on. We were expecting a steady 35 knots over the next 24 hours, gusting up to 40, and 4 metre swell. Not very pretty.
Oh, came clear. The ghost of your desire.
You ready for it? Boom! My God!
Your fear. Let's start a
You going out?
Lenny, we're going out. We're going to go and check on a few things.
Your dad's crazy.
You're in a soldier. We got a right to be free. One day I felt a pain on my chest. While I climbed, I fell into a net.
This is bizarre weather. And I wasn't expecting this in between, but
Nah.
it's two cold fronts. Bloody interesting, that weather, hey?
Yeah.
How's the weather where all of you guys are? No, weather is actually interesting unless someone
Some more
says,
soup for lunch.
oh, how's the weather where you are?
Yeah, this
Then
is
it's not
this is very relevant to talk about the weather in this episode.
So relevant.
So relevant. There's been a break in the rain, so I've hung up a little line under the bimney here in hopes to dry my washing that I should have brought out of the rain to begin with, but now everything's soaked and I don't know if it's going to dry. All the way.
Good boy.
Oh no. Oh no. One thing I really love about Portugal is how good they are at recycling. There's recycle bins everywhere on the corner of streets, down residential streets. Like, they're just everywhere. You can spot them. You actually look like a rock star right now.
Like a rock star.
Hungover. Working.
Not hungover.
No, but you're not. But you look that way. And recently,
Wish I'd had a night out last night.
the wind just blew our pot plant off. We're already stressed. Jeez.
We've got so much work to do at the moment, it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Second Lenny's head hits the pillow, Elayna and I are just like,
So who wants to clean up the pot plant? I guess it's me. It's my responsibility.
I didn't really volunteer.
Yeah.
Do you still have that entire bag of peat?
No, you made me
been
throw it
stored
out.
Port forward?
You made me throw it
Oh,
out.
you've gotten rid of the soil.
Yes.
No need to cart that around the world?
You
Boat?
gotta keep the plants nourished.
There's dirt there, and there'll be dirt at the next place.
It doesn't
that
have the
it's
same
You don't need
nutrients.
to sail around with it.
Yeah, I know. You made me throw out my soil.
He's a snake, he's a charmer, a snake and the faster you run, the longer your life. Don't lose what you know, just to walk beside a goal.
A few days later, the wind had completely dropped and the sea returned to its normal flat state. actually even glassier than usual. We had a good day planned, starting with a coffee. Cheers to Riley for sorting out that gas. I know it wasn't easy. We have one last morning of delicious weather, so Riley and I have decided to go free diving. We're going to take the pole spear as well. What do you reckon, Schmoot?
About what?
Yeah, we're going to find a nice cliff face and dive down on the rocks. Maybe we can find a parrotfish or something.
I'm pretty amazed at the weather that we've got. Let's go and make the most of it.
This water is so blue. It is the definition of crystal blue water.
Are you enjoying your time on the water? This is incredible! Lenny, look at this!
Check this out. My goodness.
Whoa! Wow! Whoa! Wow!
We just found some old breadsticks in the dinghy. They good? We learned from a local after our dive that this area had been bombed with dynamite a few times in the past by fishermen. The sea life on this side of the point hasn't fully recovered since, so we had a slim chance of catching something. You actually look like me right now. Where's Dada? He's not here.
I've seen French dudes wearing this stuff. Like, you don't know they just stuff.
Don't forget, ladies, we've got sarong for sale at shop-levagabond.com.
They're good for all genders.
It was so nice to hang out with you guys. We hope you enjoyed the 4 seasons in 19 or so minutes. We'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to drop us a comment. We always love to hear from you. Bye bye. I can see our Islas Desertas on the horizon. They're the deserted islands in the Madeira archipelago. We've been waiting for the perfect conditions to go here because it is very exposed.
I've been
that could have been bad.